Congratulations. Semifinals, first time here at Wimbledon. Incredible achievement. Obviously, more still to come. But what part of your game are you most pleased with from today?
From today, I don't know. Probably my serve. I think the serve really got me through in the second set tiebreaker. I, didn't have to really play any points on my serve, which is always nice. So I felt like everything was clicking, especially the first two sets, and then kind of lost it, but regrouped in the end.
It's a really strong closeout in the end as well on the breaker. You played a lot of breakers this tournament. Apart from getting to 7 points before the other guy, what is the most important thing about winning a tiebreak?
Probably just not giving away any points for free. I think a lot of people, it gets to that tight situation, a tiebreaker, they can get a little nervous and make some mistakes. I think always making your opponent, work for every point, not giving anything for free in a tiebreaker, and making a lot of first serves is huge.
We had one of your coaches, Paul Annacone, on the desk last time we were together, and he thinks you're one of the best competitors ever. You could argue that you're the best competitor on tour right now. So I'm curious, which emotion is more powerful to you? Is it the love of winning or the hate of losing?
Probably the hate of losing, I would say. But also, it's in those moments. It's like I feel like if I don't give absolutely everything, then it's that hate of losing. It feels even worse because you're like I'd be so upset with myself for not, I guess, trying as hard as I possibly can when I had the chance to win.
I don't know if you saw, Novak was talking a bit about his son yesterday. I saw a line that you said about your son. You said, I don't think he's going to be that impressed until I win a major. I don't believe that. What is the motivation having a son home watching you?
I mean, I want to call him and tell him how well I did, and maybe he'll be impressed. But like I said, whenever I say I won a title or I did well, he'll be like, oh, is that it? Like, so hopefully I can do something that impresses him.
It's tough to impress kids.
Yeah, seriously, that's a high bar.
You say that he's one of your biggest motivations, but you also said you're inspired by players that are better than you. That's subjective. Obviously, there are rankings, but if we're going to go with that, Alcaraz and Sinner, maybe you think they're better than you. What inspires you about Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner?
Just the level. I think at the end of the day, I'm a competitor, so when I play those guys and they beat me and beat me bad as well, then it makes me want to become better. I want to get to that level and be able to compete with them. So that's just it. Just the level of tennis they're playing and them being such great players makes me want to improve.
Can you be more specific about that level? Like what that's a general statement, but what makes them get to that level?
I'm not sure. They're just really good. And the only way I know to get better is to, especially when I play them, I think a lot of the areas where you can improve on, it gets exposed against the top players more so. And, I just get back to work. That's kind of the only way I know to get better.
All right, Jason question, same angle of attack. Last time you went this deep in a major, you got to the finals of the U.S. Open. What can you draw on that experience that maybe you can bring to bear in the semis here?
I think just being in that situation, it makes it not feel so crazy once you've already been there and done that. I think one thing I was thinking about the quarterfinal match today. The other 2 times I was in the quarters of Wimbledon, I was I was nervous, but I was also like, it was a really big deal to be in the quarters and be playing for a chance in the semis. And it didn't feel like that today. It felt like any other match, and that's just experience. That's just having been in the moment several times since then. So I think that's, just having that experience of being there helps a lot.
Having not been to the semifinals at this specific tournament, does that make it different, or does the U.S. Open kind of come into play here?
It's the same. To be honest, if anything, it's the U.S. Open. Being an American, it might be even bigger. I don't know if the nerves for, playing Francis in the semifinals in New York can really, I don't know if anything's going to top that.
You know when you have a cold and you get over it and you're like, I'm going to conquer the world now? I wonder, having had the injuries that you had earlier this year that may have slowed you a bit in the spring, now that you're healthy again, I wonder if does that change your mentality now that you're healthy again?
I mean, it definitely gives me a lot of motivation to make up for a lot of the lost time, And I felt like I had that motivation right when I came back on clay as well, because I'd played a couple weeks injured and then taken a couple weeks off, and the level of my level just wasn't quite there yet coming back from the injury. So I felt like not only the time off from the injury, but also just feeling like I was not playing well during the clay court season. It really gave me a lot of motivation to, make up for the lost time.
Remember what he tweeted? Onto the grass after your clay. You played up to that.
Yeah, more wins on grass than any guy on tour. 9 straight, Taylor, into the semifinals for the first time here at Wimbledon. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Keep it going. Hope to see you again.
Thank you.